Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Ukraine.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I'd say Petr Cech.
He rises! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And he was quick to react. Now that's well seen too. And back to the keeper. That has been cut short. Oh, Red, nice interception. Azar. Japan looking to pass their way through. Back into the middle. And it's Serginho. He's found a way through. Oh, what a climb! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Rodri. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So
takes a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Japan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's straight offside. Chiellini, Cannavaro, Puyol, Ukraine so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Pirlo. Now, can they get him away? Oh, nicely intercepted. And the return pass. Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pullet plays it in. Climbs up big! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Now it's Shevchenko. Rijkaard with a definite foul there. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Pullet. Pullet gets through on his own. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Great chance here from position A1.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
And it's Rijkaard. Knocks it into space. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, that's a key interception. Japan finding their passes. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looking for options for movement. Azar with the delivery. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Japan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And he was alert to it. Shot, surely! So, third corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Ukraine clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Cruyff. Ukraine can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. And that is out of play. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Played in deep. And the finish! And the ball's come loose here. Chooses to go. Rijkaard! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
It's not gone well. Oh, this looks sharp. Looking to play him in. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And he cuts out the supply. Azar conjures time and space where few can. And it's Azar. Can he get it through? Now the cross. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Figo, well played,
been indicated.
Snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard. That is ended up in no man's land. And this could be the final action of the first half. Crosses it in. And it's claimed by the keeper. And that'll be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Ukraine can take heart from the fact that they're more than holding their own despite being a man down. That's credit to their level of organisation and spirit. Now that they've got a chance to have a breather and settle down, it'll be interesting to see what approach they'll take after the break.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution in progress.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
pull it. Deep cross. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Pass somewhat off target. Rodri defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Chiellini spots it and intercepts. He's through, now is he in? Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Great defending, strong and determined. Rivaldo. It's a pretty loose pass. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Shifted it to the flank. Cruyff. He's a sharp little ball here. Pirlo. He's looking wide. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Hazard. Not the most accurate pass. Rafael Varane plays it all the way forward. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Japan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
No, that's been intercepted. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
A header! They've got to be quick to recover this. And they've got rid. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's picked his way through. Lovely feet. Oh, good ball. Rivaldo with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Cruyff. Bigo receives it in a wide position. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. This for the lead. Doubt. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Cross in, looks like a good one. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hazard. Looking to go deep.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
Substitution for Japan. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field is number 5, Zanetti.
Looks a smashing ball. Aims beyond the defence. And he's there to get it away. Nicked it back promptly. Out to the left it goes.
Japan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for the run. Now it's Azar. And this is Hullet. Azar stood up well to him there. And he's managed to get rid.
Substitution for Japan, number 17, Hazard.
And that's definitely not his best.
Coming on to replace him is number 9, Raul.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Out for a throw. Spread it left, and he's picked it up out wide. Flings a mighty effort! Cleared away. That is a brilliant interception. And he's there to belt it away. Nicely weighted ball. And that could set him on his way. Figo! Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Ukraine nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
He's in plenty of space here. He is through here. Thinks about the shots. Oh, shooting chance! That has been knocked clear. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Luis Suarez.
Added time.
Rodri. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. That pass isn't the best. Tries to play it through. Rodri gets flagged offside. Cruyff finds himself offside. Rijkaard. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's got away. Great chance! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Luis Suarez picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Ukraine against Croatia.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game thanks to very decent pace for a big man, and he doesn't lose out much in the air either. He could prove to be a very reliable presence here.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Shevchenko. And he cuts out the supply. Solar, Shevchenko. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Kaka aimed beyond the defence. Messi looking to run onto it. Oh no, this does not... Decent chance! He can get that clear. And it's Kaka. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's good play from him.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Ukraine, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Can he latch on to this? And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pirlo. Kaka is the guilty party there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Tries to play it through. He's cut it out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And Hullet! Oh, super goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And it's Croatia who take the lead!
The goal scorer for Croatia. After
Oh, what a lovely
26
exchange,
minutes
Peter.
is
I mean, he did the give and
number
go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Ukraine are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good spread. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Knocks it into space. Look at the space here. Oh, terrible pass. And that has been clubbed away.
Ukraine are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Messi.
Ukraine truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Messi in acres of space out wide. And that is expertly dealt with. Messi! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Knocks it out wide. Kaká. Out towards the flank. Zola. And it's Hullet. He's making a real surge on the left. Shevchenko. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Messi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rodri. Hullet. Now it's Shevchenko. Vieira with the slight... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Varane cuts out the pass. Looking for options for movement. Lovely pass, but can he... And Shevchenko! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Now it's Hullet. Hullet puts his foot on the gas. And the through ball. Zola. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Rijkaard makes the interception. Nicely weighted ball. Kaká. Croatia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the count.
Oh no, what has happened here? Now the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Neymar. And the pass is intercepted. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Pepe defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Substitution for Ukraine. Number 25.
Ukraine can now introduce the first of their
Number
substitutes.
7, Shevchenko. Number 22, Hullet. Number 10, Peeler. Number 14, Figo. Coming on the field, number 13.
That's offside. Yes, it is.
Number 11, Suarez. Number 6, Jan Pollard. Number 18, Pele. Number 9, Nedved.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, super find.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Nedved. Araujo going full steam ahead down the left flank. He's a sharp little ball here. Great vision. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Your impression so far, Jim?
Ukraine are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And the counter is on.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's picked his way through. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitutions taking place.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Climbs up big! With the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Ukraine grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank. Croatia clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That pass has been well intercepted. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution.
Croatia making another change here. Pele getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Chance for a shot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Can he get on the end of this? And now they can clear their lines. And they can counter here. Rivaldo looking to run onto it. Lahm gives no quarter whatsoever. Back in once more. Aviati deals with that nice and simple. Mbappe is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot, and it's Nedved. It's Pele! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Pele has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Aims beyond the defence. He's on it. Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Desperate defending required here. And it's been taken short. And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The
Hello,
game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome
The
to
excitement
today's match.
already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yep, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Figo delivers.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way. And this is Figo. He's got away. Nicely aimed pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. Up he goes! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That's a little off target. Vitinha. Oh, good spread. Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get it through? Oh, that was vital. Looking for options for movement. Ukraine do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, that's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And this is Neymar. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Zola. Decent chance! Goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Bullet in the hunt and looking threatening. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Shevchenko. Harrison wins the duel this time. He's a sharp little ball here. Delivers with whip.
Well, that kind of touch usually leads to a mouthful from several angles.
Can he get on the end of this? Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a promising run he's making on the right.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, easy pickings there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? DiMarco. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Hakimi gets over and intercepts. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bullet. He has found the way through. Has crossed in. Big chance! Shevchenko! This guy is class! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
I'm still trying to figure out how he managed to get that contact. That's a super volley.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
A case now of complete control. Looking for the run.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That was good alertness. That looks a cracking ball. Gets his head on it! And that is a truly outstanding save.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
He's on it. Can he get away? Bigo goes on a charge down the left. Now, what about a counter-attack? And the shot! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick. Well, and that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Ukraine have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already.
Substitutions taking place.
So off we go once more. DiMarco.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And it's DiMarco. Well, that's a little loose. Neymar plays it in. Good read, needed to be. That's going to go a long way. Pirlo. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Hakimi. Rijkaard. That's a good run down the left. Now it's Rodri. Howson. Hakimi.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Rodri. To Thuram. Zola. Neymar. Figo. Now it's Hullet. And this is Shevchenko. And he's running through. Well, that pass isn't the best. Pass somewhat off target. Now, can they get him away? No, again there's no way through. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Great vision. Martinez receives it in a wide position. Corner number 2 then. Neymar plays it short. That has not gone well. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Shevchenko. Hakimi. And it's Vitinha. Martinez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lahm. Oh, it's Pirlo. Foot in. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, well played, well played. That is ended up in no man's land. DiMarco. And this is Neymar. Brilliantly cut out. He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Martinez. Now then, the ball's come loose. Ukraine looking to pass their way through. Vitinha. And it's Neymar. And it's made its way to him. Thuram. He's found a way through. Nice interception, well timed. Zola takes control of it and he's on the move. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Nicely weighted ball. And it's lofted through here. Rodri threads one in. Adams. Well, that's well seen too. Rodri. Oh, super find. Pirlo finds himself offside.
Substitution.
Madrid have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Hakimi. And he was alert to it. Rodri. Is there any support? He might not need it. Adams makes the interception. Tries to pass it through.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, what a ball! Shapes to shoot! Hakimi. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Vitinha with a definite foul there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Oh, it's come loose. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Ukraine really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling, and that is what tends to happen. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off.
To
The excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Varane deals with that comfortably.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, what has happened here?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Decent chance! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Thuram. And it's De Jong. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Pepe. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Pele! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And that's a throw-in. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Shevchenko, and he was quick to react. Messi. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Some really good ball movement. Nice sequence of passes this. He's having a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Moran cuts it out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He can get that clear. Oh, he's only too happy to take that back. And here's De Jong. Pepe calmly anticipates. And this is Shevchenko. Well, they can break here. Shevchenko engages and forces him off the ball. De Jong. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Now it's Pele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And the finish! It's in! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
After 24 minutes is number 18, Pele!
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Pele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bullet going about things with real menace. And it's Makalele. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Thuram gets rid without sophistication.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Yaya Toure turns back here, probably the best option. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's looking wide. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ukraine clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
De Jong. Makalele. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He won't be happy with that one. Messi had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He might be in here! Opts to play it back. Right, Shevchenko. So what can they make of this? Varane makes the interception.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Substitution for Ukraine, number 25, Sola.
And we're underway again.
Shevchenko.
Ukraine can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 13, Rivaldo.
Messi.
Number 6,
Oh, nice touch. And he's had a
Number
hit.
18, Pele.
Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
The message is clear, none shall pass. And this is Hullet. Hullet! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, well played, well played. And now a sudden chance to counter. De Jong can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
There they go, hunting again.
And it's Zico. Well, that looks a decent ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Has a look and plays it forward. Looking for options for movement. And Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Fukuoka couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Pele. And that could set him on his way. Tries a shot! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
De Jong, good driving run. That is lovely. Ukraine still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Zico showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Zico. That's good running with the ball. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Substitution.
So there's going to be another change here. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Rafael Varane. Best. Makaleli. He came in hard, very hard. Lovely, now then. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And no, that was never going to make it. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, shooting chance!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Yaya Toure. Best. And that has left him in a heap. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And he's there to make the challenge. This is intriguing. Next goal, critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And that's definitely not his best. Tries to play it through. That has not gone well. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Dembele. Oh, can he finish? Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And the number on the board is 3. And that's it. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
Yamal. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Figo. He has found the way through. It's Figo! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Jordi Alba looking to run onto it. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's a lovely, neat pass. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. And it's Neymar. He's in space and looking for options. That is lovely. Lam did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Son Heung-min.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Gets a good foot in there. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Picked out brilliant, real chance! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Ukraine are looking to go forward now. And here's Jordi Alba. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Jordi Alba. Robson gets a foot in here. Oh, it's hit the post. And he's managed to get rid. Passes short and sharp. And the shot! Goal! Uruguay! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time...
He's got full! Oh, he's hit the bar! And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Big header! Now, who's going to be first to this? Lam getting this one clear. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Ukraine are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's been caught napping. Neymar. Uruguay applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that's the...
And he shoots! He has done it! Again! Trice, and they are soaring! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Tries a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Ukraine have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Zola. He's Zola! And he comes up trumps again.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. So, third corner of the game. Oh, he's picked... And a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Ukraine get their fourth corner. Uruguay have the chance to go the other way. Nicely weighted ball. Thinks about the decent chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're at it again in double quick time. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Uruguay find a position of real strength now. Jordi Alba picks it up out wide. Played into the box. He rises! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
En la pantalla se mostrarán los horarios de los trenes de todas las estaciones cercanas. Cambio en Uruguay. Número 25.
And the second half gets underway.
Número 8.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be. But they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start.
Oh, what has happened here?
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Neymar, that's a sharp pass. Now it's Yamal. Lam does really well to win the ball there. Looking for the run. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. That's been cut out, well played. Rijkaard. Knocks it into space. Played with speed from back to front. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Zola. Looking for options for movement. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Araujo, Lam gets over and intercepts. Zola, some resolute defending there. Well, that looks a decent ball. Rijkaard, and claimed it back swiftly. They're up to 5 corners now. And now they can spring out of defence. Terrific header! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Cambio en Uruguay. Número 4.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
23. Entran número 15. Número 9. Luis Suárez.
Distributed tidily.
Número 5.
Yamal going face to face with his great rival. That is a great pick out. And this is Neymar. Lam defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
It's Neymar! It's there! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. That is good alertness. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now, can they get him away? Araujo. He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save.
Uruguay really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Free-flowing, fluid, flexible, just some of the words that describe the genius that is Ruud Gullit, a player whose impact on the game remains so profound, so relevant today.
Yeah, you could almost say he was the very first all-action, all-athletic number 10. All those marauding runs from deep, going box to box. These weren't the sort of things expected from a playmaker back in his day.
And here's Messi. Oh no, what has happened here? Neymar!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hops for safety. And the pass is intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cross goes in there.
That's good defensive concentration.
He's having a shot! Oh, off the bar! Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's found the way through. Elects to cross. And the shot! Goal, Ukraine! That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now, can they get him away? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Ukraine do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Zola. He has found the way through. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Chance for a shot! Goal, Ukraine! And they get themselves in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Ukraine are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a...
He's had a shot! No mistake! And there is his 30th goal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Ukraine go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
He's a sharp little ball here. Looking to play him in. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking to go deep. Climbs up big! Deftly away. Out for a throw. Couldn't squeeze it through. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Triol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Hullet. Spread out to the left.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, well measured. Well read, and the danger is averted. Oh, can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Scholes. Rummenigge. That's going to go a long way. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Rodri, pass somewhat off target. That is good alertness. Shevchenko. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Lahm kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. That'll be a throw-in. Couldn't squeeze it through. He's not got that quite right. And he won't reach that. the most accurate pass. That's been cut out, well played. Figo bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that is a good... Ibrahimovic! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Ukraine have the chance to go the other way. He rises! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now this could be a chance. Tries to play it through. Maldini cuts out the pass. Rodri, out to the left it goes. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ukraine, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. That looks a cracking ball. And he shoots! Goal, Ukraine! And it's Ukraine who take the lead. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the pass is intercepted. Look at the shot at goal! They've done it! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Number 13, Rivaldo.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Played back in. Rummenigge shapes to shoot! Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And it's Gerrard. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Ukraine clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rummenigge. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Great defending, strong and determined. Spread it left. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Hullet. Big header! Goal! AC Milan are all square. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 21.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
2 added minutes has been
All up
indicated.
with that dink over the top. Rivaldo. Now, can they get him away? Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Oh, can he get onto this? And the first 45 minutes are up. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2.
Substitution for Ukraine. Number 13. Rivaldo.
Milan get the ball rolling for the second period.
Figo. Number 7.
And he's managed to get free.
Number 5.
Takes a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Milan go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Always onto this. Scholes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's Scholes! Mighty close.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Probing pass, and he was quick to react. Zola. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Thuram does really well to win the ball there. Chance here to counter. He played through for the wide man. He's picked his way through. And across it goes. Gerrard. Ukraine really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Pullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. And it's Gerrard. And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's managed to gift it back. It is a corner, good chance. It's their second corner of the game. Terrific header! And he's there to get it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when defend.
Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! Offside.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Ukraine are, of course, in a position to go to the bench. Oh, what has happened here? Over to the left. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's played forward. And that is a little undercooked. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that pass just didn't quite work. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Substitution.
Ibrahimovic. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's well spotted. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And here's Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? And he's onside. Schmeichel deals with that nice and simple. That pass has been well intercepted. He is through here. Now he gets big. Lahm getting this one clear. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that's a key interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lofted in. No mistake! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan could not have picked a... Vieri! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 3 coming up. He's got tall. And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan get their 4th corner. Knocks it out wide. And now a sudden chance to counter.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Collar. There will be 4 extra minutes. Hernes, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Harris ended up in no man's land. And a goal kick. Davids. And that is as far as it goes. Ukraine played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. The action has already started.
Well, if you judge a striker by his goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy has to be held in the highest regard.
He is a goal-scoring phenomenon.
Yeah, a real master who, when you think of his work, doesn't appear to have a weakness. As poachers go, he's supreme.
Back into the middle, and this is Hazard. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gives it back. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Not the most accurate pass. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries to play it through. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Real chance here. And the counter is on. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Distributed tidily. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And we have our very first corner. And he shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Olise, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ukraine still without a single shot on target. Now it's Shevchenko. He's picked his way through. Oh, great run, magical shot, surely! Goal, Ukraine! And it's Ukraine who take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Ukraine have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Adriano going about things with real menace. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Zola picks it up out wide. Shevchenko. That is good strength. And that's a simple one for the keeper. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Figo. Figo! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Played back in. Nice interception, well timed. Olise. Zola is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Howson. Pirlo. For Olise. Cafu. He is through here. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pull it. And it's Figo. Howson cuts out the pass, and he's found a way past.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty.
Ukraine have themselves a chance from the spot. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
the fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental
Ukraine
occasion.
Against Barcelona.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands.
Tries a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And great chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Shevchenko has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Rodri. To Thuram. Now, can they get him away?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rodri. He won't be happy with that one. Decent progress down the left. And he's picked it up out wide. Pull it. Messi. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Shevchenko. Oh, that's a Shevchenko! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Thuram is pretty much the definition of the word uncompetent. It's Van Basten! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Bullet really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Shevchenko. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Knocks it into space. Vigo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He has found the way through, and this is Van Basten. Chance! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, smashing header! Goal! Barcelona! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
He's shifting through the gears here. Pullet plays it. He's got two. Against the crossbar. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Nicely shaped ball. And he cuts out the supply. That's a little off target. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Van Basten. Knocks it out wide. Now here's the delivery. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands. Ukraine do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Zola takes a look up. Pass is just off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Thuram.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Messi is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Shevchenko looks to get on the end of this. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Rijkaard.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
It's a pretty loose pass.
There will be 1 minute at a
And he
time.
skips past his man. Rodri. And here's Van Basten. And this is Hullet. Riker. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution for Ukraine, number 7, Shevchenko.
And we're off again.
Ukraine can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Danger averted for now. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. It's a promising position. Ukraine come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Van Basten, and he was alert to it. Thuram, Hullet, and again they run up against stubborn defending. Piqué receives it in a wide position. Piqué is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And it's Figo. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Nicely weighted ball. Now that's well seen too. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ukraine still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Figo absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Hullet. Looking for options for movement. Looking to play him in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Thuram gets into a good position. Terrific! Oh, it's hit the post! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And that is a little undercooked. And here's Shevchenko. He's a sharp little ball here. Thuram gets good distance on it. Hullet. Ukraine perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Back into the middle. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Aimed beyond the defence. Barcelona really will have to throw everything at this now. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And this is Van Basten.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Can he get on the end of it? And the shot! In he goes again! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Hullet. Coming on the field is number 11, Suarez. Substitutions taking place.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Thuram tries making a foray down the right. Figo, he's picked his way through. Now it's Pele. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. So that's it, it is all over. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Ukraine.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the obvious standout with today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack, with many...
And Shevchenko! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Shevchenko certainly looked like he fancied himself to pull that off. A bit more composure and it would have been a different story, Peter.
Shevchenko gets a foot in here. Oh, that's fabulous. Looking for the run. It's run loose here. Cross. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch. Lothar Matthäus is going to have a huge influence here, Peter.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. In any game at any time, he is as influential as they come.
Yeah, and he'll be right in the thick of it in the middle of the park, combining the roles of number 10, central midfielder, defensive midfielder. Sometimes he's even sweeper, so watch out for those late attacking runs from deep. And don't be surprised if he gets himself on the score sheet too.
And it's Messi. Nedved. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Messi. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Shevchenko! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
After 15 minutes is number 17, Andrei Shevchenko.
Ukraine finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Andrei Shevchenko.
Messi, and he's being shifted off it. Knocks it into space.
Ukraine are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Best. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And it's been given away. Chance! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. An act of charity gratefully received.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And the finish! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now he's got space here. Good running, strong and purposeful. Rodri with a definite fell there. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. A heavy challenge. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Nedved. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Shevchenko. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. No, it's come to nothing. Nakazawa. Messi on 2 now and looking for 3. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, that's well spotted. Maldini. Nakazawa. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Irwin. Best. Zanetti did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Irwin is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. That's going to go a long way. Best. Not much subtlety about that challenge. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Nedved. And he's managed to get free.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Otto cuts it out. And this is Shevchenko.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Steps in, and that's the end of that. Messi. Best. Messi. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide.